Welcome to the channel. My name is Coach and I'm your go-to source for everything relating to NXT. And tonight we're finally back in Florida, back in the Performance Center after going on the road for a bit. But we're back now and Hurricane Milton didn't affect the show at all, so we're all good. And now we're starting the build towards Halloween Havoc, which is now a pay-per-view. Formerly it was just a special NXT episode, like a special episode of NXT, but now it's a full-fledged pay-per-view, so that's gonna be cool. I love it that we are having more pay-per-views, especially since we went a while without any. Like, we had the Great American Bash and the CW stuff, which were basically pay-per-views, but not really, so having an actual legitimate pay-per-view again, it's gonna be great. But I do think WWE, at least the main roster, needs to start using NXT pay-per-views also as developmental, because Halloween Havoc should really be a main roster thing. I love that we have it on NXT. I'm not going to complain that it's here, but it's really a concept that could do the main roster very well, especially this stretch from like October to November when WWE gets kind of stale. The main roster gets very stale during this time period. So Halloween Havoc could definitely freshen things up, especially going towards like a Bad Blood or these Saudi shows. And then also maybe Deadline with the Iron Survivor Challenge. I think that could also be something that benefits the main roster a lot. So they should really start using this not only as development for talent, but also like pay-per-views and like tournaments like Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics should go up to the main roster. It could benefit their tag team division really well. So it should not just be talent but a lot more. But tangent over, let's review the show. The show opens with Tony D'Angelo celebrating his North American Championship victory. I didn't like what happened here because he's saying that he pretended that he was so fearful of Obafemi just to get under his skin and make him think he already won, and that's what Tony D'Angelo won. And this ruins it for me. Like, the fact that he was actually so scared and didn't think he could do it, then he overcame his fears and actually defeated Obafemi means a lot more than what they're trying to go for now. And I don't like that. But Obafemi comes out, he's issuing a rematch, and we spin the Halloween Havoc wheel, and the match it lands on is a tables, ladders, and scares match for Halloween Havoc. And this spoiled the whole match for me because Obafemi is gonna lose. Because like the fact that it's a ladder match, technically it's a different form of a ladder match, means that Tony D'Angelo can climb up, he can grab the belt and he can win, and Obafemi doesn't lose, he doesn't get pinned. So I don't think we should have done this at all. We should have just moved on, give both people something different instead of rehashing this match because it's kinda predictable now. Then we have the rules explained to us about Oro Mensah versus Lexis King in a gentleman's match. Okay, here's the thing. Both of these guys are heels, in my eyes. I don't buy Oro Mensah as a face. He's not completely a babyface yet. I just don't buy it. And Lexis King, they've been trying to give Lexis King some babyface tendencies too. Don't like that at all. I'm very uninterested in this feud. It's gone on too long. Oro Mensah should stick as a tag team guy and Lexis King should be a smarmy heel. Like 2016 Seth Rollins, that's what he should be. That's what he reminds me of. So we should just do that with both of these guys. Give them their own things. Just end this after this match. And talking about the match, Lexis King ends up winning. I didn't really like the match type, but it worked for both these guys. And if this is how we end the feud, I'll be fine with it. Let's just not continue this. Like I said earlier, both guys are not fitting. This rivalry isn't working. But at the end, what I did like is Lexis King raising Oro Mensah's hand in like a smug way, and that really fit his character and I really enjoyed that. Then Stephanie Vaquer makes her debut match, defeating Ren Sinclair. Another match that was fairly predictable, but I enjoyed it for the fact of just two really good women's wrestlers fighting each other. And Ren Sinclair has been, I have a feeling they trust her a lot, and they're giving her a lot of opportunity, because not too long ago she had a North American Championship match against Kalani Jordan. Now she's facing Stephanie Vaquer. That's a lot of high profile matches. Plus she's in a really good spot with this NQCC gimmick. So I have a feeling they're building something with her, trying to see where she goes. And I like her a lot too. She's really good and like one of the more underrated superstars in NXT. She just needs a different look. Not that her look is not working, but something that stands out more, that pops more. And then I really think she's gonna like skyrocket to success. But Stephanie Vaquer obviously wins, but she gets attacked by Cora, Jade, and Roxanne Perez. They launch an attack on her, Giulia comes out, she saves them, and then this all sets up Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia in the ring, Cora, Jade, Roxanne Perez outside the ring, and then the two babyfaces challenge him to a match at Halloween Havoc. It's a match I'm very excited for. I do hope we get a match of Cora Jade beforehand. I don't want that match to be her very first match back because she will have some ring rust. Obviously, anybody who's been gone for so long will have some ring rust. So let's just get her a match beforehand and then let her like build up some confidence, get herself some nice in the ring, get in the flow, and then we go to this match. But regardless, I'm excited for it anyway, and I have something to talk about this in a few moments again, so remember this. We head to Ava's office, where Stephanie Vaquer asks for the tag team match and Ava grants it to him. Then Fatal Influence comes in and they're upset that Stephanie Vaquer can just ask for anything and be given it, and they have to work for it. So what Ava tells them is that next week, 2 members of Fatal Influence will face Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia, and if Fatal Influence win, they will get a shot at Kalani Jordan's Women's North American Championship. This is what they've been after all this time. So this is a match we get next week. And I also want to mention that we get a backstage package of Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson challenging Damage Control to a match next week on NXT. So we'll have 2 women's tag team matches on NXT, and this is where I want to talk about something. NXT has so many women's tag teams. I'm going to talk about some later on too, so this isn't even it. There's so many women's tag teams on NXT, and we don't have a women's tag team championship. That doesn't make sense, and the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are rarely defended here, basically never. So I would like us to reintroduce NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, and if not that, bring over the TNA Women's Tag Team Championships. Have them defended here more often. Just have some form of Women's Tag Team Championships on this roster because it would benefit everybody so much. Because right now there's not a lot for the NXT Women's Tag Teams to do. If you're Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, oftentimes you guys just sit around and do nothing until the moment the Women's Tag Team Championships come down to NXT and then you get a shot. Besides that, there's nothing really to do. So again, it would benefit NXT so very much. But if I had to give my predictions for next week's match between Fatal Influence and Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer, I think Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez are going to cost Stephanie and Giulia the match. Fatal Influence wins then, and then one of them can challenge for the Women's North American Championship at Halloween Havoc. It all just makes sense. Very predictable, but it just makes sense. Nikkita Lyons returns and she faces Lola Vice. And this was probably one of the thickest matches in NXT history. If you know, you know. But Nikkita Lyons ends up winning after Jaida Parker runs to ringside and attacks Lola Vice. I predicted this last week, very predictable, but I'm happy it progresses everything. Nikkita Lyons gets a victory, Jaida Parker and Lola Vice's feud continues. It just makes a lot of sense, but it was well executed and it was a fairly good match. I really enjoyed it. Anybody would enjoy that match, but you know, I'm gonna move on now before I get cancelled. We will also have a NASCAR racer called Cole Custer appearing next week on NXT. It's not a sport I follow, so it's not as meaningful for me as, say, a appearance from Tyrese Halliburton, but it's still really cool, showing that NXT is really getting more pop culture involved. So I like it, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Maybe if you know, like, racing and stuff, it means something to you, but to me, it's just a cool celebrity appearance. Then we have Ridge Holland versus Riley Osborne, a pretty short match. Ridge Holland just destroyed Riley Osborne. I get it, it makes sense for the story, but man, what they're doing with Thea Hale is absolutely atrocious. I get you want to have her involved with the Chase U storyline, but come on, what is she doing? She's like a little child screaming at Ridge Holland, not doing anything. You're really wasting her. And with this women's division being so hot right now, not having Thea Hale in there is a crime. She's so young, she's so talented, and she's different. I know, like, being a small girl isn't that different, but she's very small but also a powerhouse. She's such a unique star, and I know she made a fan out of me multiple times, especially when she fought Tiffany Stratton a year ago for the NXT Women's Championship. That's when I truly became a fan of her, and I think a lot of people will. She's like the perfect babyface. Why are we using her here as just a side character for a Chase U storyline? That's also not that interesting. I really think we should do something else with Thea Hale, because I'm very upset with how they're using her right now. I know I always give NXT's women's division praise, but this right here, it's just horrible. I also really like what we're doing with Ashante the Adonis and Carmen Petrovic. I see a lot of people online not liking this, but Ashante the Adonis has really reinvented his career and character here in NXT, and now this whole enemies to lover thing with Carmen Petrovic, I think it has so much potential and I'm excited to see where it's going. Even though a lot of people don't like it, I really think it has a lot of potential in it. So let's see where it goes, because I think it can only benefit both people. Carmen Petrovic's character it has gotten really stuck. She was a cool babyface for a while, but she didn't change or evolve, so this is something that could really benefit her too. A few more women's segments. Tatum Paxley is being asked about Wendy Chu. She says she hasn't forgotten about Wendy Chu, but then Jaida Parker comes out. She takes Byron Saxton and she has him interview her instead. Tatum Paxley said she's rude, and then Jada is like, I don't play around. This is setting up for a match next week, and I'm fine with it. Tatum Paxley will probably win, and Jaida Parker gets... Yeah, Tatum Paxley will probably win because Lola Vice cost Jaida Parker the match. That makes them even, leading us to Jada and Lola, and Tatum gets a victory. But maybe Wendy Chu gets involved somehow and Tatum loses. I don't know. I think it's probably the former, but actually this is going to be a really unpredictable match now that I think about it. Regardless, two of my absolute favorites in the match, not going to miss this at all. And then in the main event we had Ethan Page versus Wesley versus Javon Evans, triple threat match, and Ethan Page wins the match. It was a fantastic match, by the way. Really enjoyed it. Go check it out. It's definitely worth the watch. A lot of like cool spots and stuff. So if you want to see a really good wrestling match, go check this one out. But that being said, I'm not happy that Ethan Page won. I kind of want to see him do something different. I wish Wesley won, and again, I'm going to complain. Javon Evans was only in this match to take the pin. I know he's still young, he has a lot of time to improve, but come on, he's always in these feuds to take a pin, and that just, it doesn't work. It's like, it does affect your credibility. Regardless, after the match, Ethan Page calls Rick Williams out, tells him to spin the Halloween Havoc wheel, and it lands on a Devil's Playground match. So this is going to be exciting. I think next week we're going to have a lot more matches given stipulations. Well, just over the next few weeks anyway. And I'm excited for that because like Halloween Havoc has so much potential and it's so goofy. It just fits with the whole NXT vibe. So if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also comment down below. I always talk to you guys in the comments. And let me know what you thought about the episode. I really enjoyed it. I wonder if you're feeling the same. So yeah, I'm sending love from around the world. See you soon.